Alright, everyone, what is up? I have the lovely, the handsome, the voluptuous James Daley. You want to say hi to
What's
everyone?
up? What's up, guys? My name is James Daley, here to talk about JJK with my limited knowledge on JJK. Let's talk about it.
Alright, not quite as limited as mine, but we're going to try, folks. So, today, kind of wanted to go over where Toji scales in the verse. Toji's kind of got one of the biggest, one of the biggest pickles between his legs. He actually scales decently high. He scales above Dagon, Naobito, and Naoya. And for those of you that don't know, Naobito is the head of the Zenin clan at the time, right? And Dagon, one of the cursed spirits, actually kind of ran Naobito's pockets really badly. And Naobito had, help, and he gets the jump on Dagon. As far as we know, Dagon really didn't have any fighting experience prior to this. As far as we know, he basically just had his innate domain and was the squid thing hanging out on the beach, every second of his life leading up to this. So fresh on the battlefield, no experience, Dagon shits on Nobito, and Toji came in and made a joke out of him. So, James, would you like to speak to what Toji did to this poor soul?
Toji pretty much just shit. Do you remember the cursed spirit? I mean the finger bearer versus Sukuna?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. About that. So it was not good to watch. It was just Toji kind of ripping apart this man as if he was Gojo having fun with Jogo. It was just not a fun time to watch. Realistically, especially since Dagon was just throwing around the supposed second fastest Jujutsu sorcerer at the time, and Toji just came in like a mollywop this man out of existence. It was not a fun thing to watch by any means.
Yeah, Toji makes it very clear he's on a whole other level than the sorcerer's fighting Dagon and Dagon himself. So that's great to know. It's good for scaling because, like James said, Naobito was supposedly the fastest Jujutsu sorcerer in the world behind Gojo. I mean, nobody touches Gojo. And that's a problem because Toji has shown that he's able to bypass Gojo's infinity barrier with, the correct tools, of course. But if he can bypass basically the best defense in the verse, and he's as fast, if not faster, than everyone in the verse, minus Gojo, he's pretty much one of the biggest threats you could run into here. I think there's an argument to put him above most characters, even the high tiers, the transform Mahito, maybe Kenjaku, just depending on where he is after absorbing Mahito, awaken Maki, the rest of the Zenin clan. And actually, while we're on that, James, would you like to tell these people, would you like to enlighten them as to why Mr. Toji did not murder the entire Zenin clan, even though he likely could have?
See, a common argument that's used to debunk Toji is the whole comparison to Maki and saying that he never killed the Zenin clan, even though he had a great level of hatred. But there's a few things that we're tending to oversee about Toji's character, which is the fact that, for one, Toji was a wreck come this past. He just lost his wife come past when he was dying, pretty much. And also, he had a massive gambling problem, which is shown in, the young Gojo arc when he meets Gojo. And the Zen clan was literally just his only source of income at the time. It would make no sense realistically for Toji to do this and kill the Zenin clan. It would be the equivalent of an addict shooting his dealer. It just wouldn't work.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I have yet to find another source of income that Toji actually had, and this is pretty important. Toji is a really shallow, really greedy person, and I mean, he's addicted to money, so why would he shoot? Basically, what I can tell is his only source of, satisfying that addiction. So, I think that that's more likely to be the reason that, he abstains from pulling an Itachi on the clan. Maki doesn't have any reason like this. In fact, she has every incentive to destroy the clan, and then just acts on it, clearly. So I think it's more just kind of circumstance as opposed to ability as to why Maki destroyed the clan and Toji didn't. So, I excuse me, I think that debunk goes out the window if you actually look at this, somewhat objectively. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know if there's much else we have to go over. Toji probably murders. Let's see, Mahito, maybe Kenjaku. He scales somewhere around the actual god tiers of the verse. Like he might, yeah, with no cursed energy. Like good gravy. How does this man? This man is like what did you say before this, James? He's like the Rock Lee of the verse or the Might guy. Like
Rock Lee, he didn't give a fuck, pretty much. Like
yeah. Like raw taijutsu, this man is using to basically catch up to god tiers of Jujutsu Kaisen. Realistically, I think Toji probably gets up there to past Mahito. He's probably hanging up in the tier with like, current Kenjaku, 15 Fingers Sukuna. Probably not Gojo. I think Gojo's above all of them still, but yeah, that's probably where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. James, did you have any final notes to let the folks know about?
To add more credence to this, because I feel like something has to be like, because I think the Naruto, like supposed Naruto stuff, has a little bit of like problems here, that like a little gray areas here. The whole idea Naruto is a second class of Jujutsu sorcerer. Even if we take this as a little bit of an exaggeration, like I think it should still definitely apply to like the Zenin clan and its hierarchy of power, which will be giving even more credence to the pedestal Naoya held Toji at when it came to fighting Maki, where he seemingly holds Toji and Gojo at this high pedestal compared to even himself. So it's like there's a lot of credence there for this clan.
Yeah, I think that's super validating for this. So, yeah, I feel the debunks coming my way now, but honestly, there's not really much of an argument to be had on this one. Unless you want to rat out and try to use some like Maki over Toji scaling, I mean, you're kind of SOL as far as debunking this. So yeah, all that being said, guys, make sure to show lots of love to my man James Daley here. Excuse me. He is handsome. He's voluptuous. It is always 4 a.m. because of this man. This man's music goes hard. Act like it. All right. You have anything you want to say, James?
Yeah. Hope you all have a very good day. I'm gonna go back to my dungeon, making music and TikToks about how Bleach is fodder. You all have a good day.